In the top stories, uncertainty surrounds the BWU's participation in the social partnership. School children to be monitored on buses, and women told to look out for the signs of an abusive partner. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, October 2nd, 2015. I'm Natasha Beckles. It is not yet known if the Barbados Workers' Union will be involved in discussions surrounding Protocol 7 of the Tripartite Social Partnership. The union has been absent from the group's subcommittee meetings following its withdrawal from the Congress of Trade Unions and Staff Associations because of a 2012 dispute. Speaking during a signing ceremony for the extension of Protocol 6, General Secretary Toni said it would be counterproductive to have the union left out of upcoming discussions. However, she says it is up to the chairman of the social partnership, Prime Minister Ronald, to invite the union back into the subcommittee.
We would wish to be a part of the signing of a Protocol 7, but to facilitate that, we recognize and we would wish the chairman of the social partnership to recognize that if that is going to come to fruition, then the Barbados Workers Union has to be involved in discussions for a new protocol. And that invitation has not been given up to now for the Barbados Workers Union to give an input into a Protocol 7. And it is our experience that those discussions take some time. And so I am anticipating that it would mean, therefore, that in the next 6 months, the Barbados Workers Union will be busy.
The Education Ministry and the Transport Board have come up with a plan to address bad behavior and violence among school children traveling on public transport. Following recent reports of rock throwing, Minister of Education Ronald says individuals have been placed on buses to monitor students' behavior. He made the comments on Friday following a church service to launch Education Month. Mr. Jones said while some of the matters will be dealt with by the police, schools will also have to address the actions of students.
I don't know. Obviously some of those cases will be in the hands of the law because not only breaking school codes, but breaking the laws of the land, and therefore law spend. All of our students for school investigation and making a determination as it sees fit. Within the context of the school has its disciplinary codes, the ministry has its disciplinary codes as well. But it's even more beyond the notion of discipline. It's how persons can be linked to a sense of security and believing that negative behavior is a behavior to be practiced. So one would have to work to change that behavior for these children, because still at the end of the day, the law strongly stipulates that children must be educated at least in the 6th grade.
Women have been advised not to ignore the warning signs of a potentially abusive spouse. Forensic nurse Mary Thompson says these signs are usually mistaken for love and affection because there's no initial assault.
You see now, you stop all of these things. You ignore the anger that you saw expressed when you said you wanted to do something that you wanted to do. And then I want you to start wearing those colors. They're going to really like those pretty dresses on you. And too much people will be looking at you. I don't like that. And then you go out, I don't want you standing up talking to the other men. So all of these are things that are slowly but surely isolating you from the friends, the family, the healthy relationships that you had. Slowly but surely. And in between there, you all are talking and you say something that he don't like, and you will hear, when it's on you, I don't want to hear that. And because they're in a cuff or cage, just a shake hand, you don't do anything about it. Girl, if I got to speak to you one more time, you ain't gonna like it. And you ignore all of those things because he so loves you. He cares for you so much. He wants to spend all this time with you. And those are behaviors that tell you that he will be an abuser. But you put it down to love.
She outlined the warning signs during a panel discussion held recently by the Family Life Ministry of the St. James Parish Church. Among those on the panel were Community Development Officer Patricia Hackett-Codrington and Domestic Violence Advocate Patricia Seal. Attorney-at-Law Ralph Thorne will be the Barbados Labour Party's representative for Christchurch South in the next general election. He got the green light on Thursday night in a nominations process that lasted less than 3 minutes at the St. Christopher Primary School. Mr. Thorne, who replaces Dr. Jerome Walcott, told branch members it was an honour to be chosen.
And I come to this party acknowledging the Christian virtues of humility, justice, and love. That is who I am. And that is who I have been for the last 31 years in defense of others and in defense of myself. I hope you will find that I acquit myself as a man of humility, a man pursuing justice, and a man expressing love for this and other endeavors in the hope that this nation will be uplifted.
Meanwhile, BLP leader Mia Motley told the meeting opposition members of parliament must stay focused on delivering proper representation. She said the party must rise to meet its challenges.
Representation is what the Barbados Labour Party must be about, because people cannot take another political institution that does not care about them. And everybody sets out their markers. And what is mine? I want people who care about people. I want people who care about people first and foremost. Yes, we must be competent. But above all else, you can always buy in skills, but you can't buy in heart. You can't buy in dedication and compassion. And that is the only way that we can earn the trust of the people for the mission that lies at hand cannot be achieved with just 50% of the electorate voting for the Barbados Labour Party.
It appears that local campaigns aimed at reducing risky sexual behaviors are not as effective as they should be. Word of this comes from Senior Medical Health Officer Dr. Anton Bess. He says while the number of new HIV cases has started to decline, evidence suggests this is due to the use of antiretroviral therapy and not behavioral modification. Furthermore, he says there are sustained high rates of chlamydia and gonorrhea and increasing cases of syphilis. Dr. Bass made the comments on Wednesday during the launch of a report on a survey into the sexual knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors of young adults. The HMBS Trident returned to Barbados on Wednesday following its third trip to storm-ravaged Dominica. Speaking shortly following the ship's arrival at the Bridgetown port, Barbados Defence Force Chief of Staff Colonel Alvin Quintyne said he was pleased with the crew's performance.
I mentioned to them before they departed Barbados. I spoke to them very specifically about what I expected of them, and they have lived up to those expectations. They would have assisted certainly from the maritime standpoint, as you're well aware, the excellent work done by HMBS Trident and her crew, and as well more recently the land forces component from the Barbados Regiment that would have deployed there as well to lend assistance to the police force in Dominica. And from all reports that I've received on a daily basis, the missions that they were involved in, they were all executed with the level of professionalism that I expected them to discharge their duties.
In sport, Barbados' first cricket trial match for the upcoming Professional Cricket League season ended in a team draw at Kensington Oval Thursday. But this was not before a captain's knock of 145 from Roston Chase rescued his side, which has stumbled to 70 for 4 against the Kevin Stout 11. Scores: Stout 11 502 and 35 for 2, Chase 11 353. And if you want to take in some sport this weekend, there's the Red Bull Global Rallycross event at Bushy Park on Saturday and Sunday. And finally, a man whose legal name is Santa Claus is running for a city council seat in the tiny Alaska town of North Pole. According to media reports, Claus, who is the former president of the North Pole Chamber of Commerce, has launched a write-in campaign for the office. 2 seats on the city council are up for election, but no one filed during the regular filing period. And that's Nation News for Friday. For more news, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your papers over the weekend or subscribe to our e-paper. And look out for the Weekend Buzz a little later. Thank you so much for joining us.